Payne going to be farmed by MP. He's in the safe lane, and he's going to be helped out by Dubu, who will be on this Witch Doctor. Looks like they may want to get a little active, and now General always going to be caught with a second cast shot as well, trying to trade shots. First blood could be one more. That'll do. And Dubu gets MVP nicely to get things going. Ember Spirit art style. Just level 2.5 at this point. Even Febby on this bounty hunter has been roaming in and out. The jungle's doing better. Is this something that NavI needs to change right now, or is it the kind of thing where you just hope it works out?
They might just kill art style here.
Yeah, I'm going to say probably the former. Or Dit gets off. Oh, he managed to get off the shackles. Not shackles, the searing chains, but Perez very low now, and here comes Saneko trying to get a rebuttal kill of his own. General's right there. There's another searing chains, and that'll put NavI on the board finally as they get a good kill and not a moment too soon.
It's going to be pretty quick.
Well, MP's making his way down here. Looks like MVP wants to try to change something up. Now's a good time. They're going to engage on the Dindy. Sonic Wave's at the ready if MP wants to go. Shackle's going to be thrown. He's going to go in. Sonic Wave will clean up the Wind Ranger. And now they're going to try to chase down General. Nice patience from MVP, and they're going to capitalize in a big way. 4-1 now in that mid lane, which was really the calling card.
Active for the amount that it costs absorbs so much damage in a fight that it might even be worth buying in this early state of the game.
More movement towards mid. Another Sonic Wave unable to bring Saneko down. They do get the Wind Ranger though, just barely. Saneko now making a run forward. QO wants to find a Spirit Lance. Doesn't look like he will be able to. They're very deep here. The rotation is coming from art style in General. General shows up, engage very quickly. The damage is there. Are they going to be able to finish him off? No. Yes, they do manage to get the one, Saneko, but General barely able to escape with his life. Very low health. Now art style going to be eating some damage. There's a brain sap. Here comes Dichira to clean up house. Sleep on the QO. And searing chains enough to bring him down. So NavI with a good exchange that time. Once again, only giving up the IO and getting the two most important cores on the side of MVP.
Really good turn there. And you can see the way that MVP like to play this. It doesn't matter if their heroes are good during mid or late game. They just always want to fight.
Shackle not going to latch. And wow, Dubu turned right back around into this. He's going to die for free. That was immediate burst down. And Febby's going to be careful. Yeah, that was a Spirit. A Spirit hit Febby as he was running, and it gave him the tip-off that he was there. The dust afterwards, and another great kill. And suddenly, my friend, a game that looked to be going the lopsided direction of MVP once again.
The mentality of both teams. The difference is that NavI can do it on a global scale. They can relocate now that Saneko has it, and that's what they're going to do.
Yep, speaking of, they're going to jump right on MP. Shackle not there, doesn't matter. The damage is helped up in the nature's end. They're going to try to turn it around. Dubu caught out. Saneko gets off the dust, and Febby's going to be spotted out again. And suddenly NavI spring into not just a lead, but a big one as they're able to take the tier 1, take 3 kills behind it, and now beginning to show their own mobility, their own ability to take the fight to the enemy. If you're MVP, Draskell, what's the play?
Well, you got to be a little bit more concise with your team play. You can't just run around with 1 or 2 heroes and expect to be able to stay okay. Like, this is a perfect example. You cannot be isolated like this. Even with the aggressive wards that they had, it doesn't do you any good if you can just get teleported on globally, sprouted in, and just killed.
The Queen of Pain and the Witch Doctor with QO out in front with an Invis rune. Trying to see if they can spot something. Saneko's Spirits are actually a big deal in spotting these out. There's going to be a Spirit Lance. Shackle's going to be there on Dubu. They want to follow it up. So Saneko eats the Sonic Wave. They do manage to go 1 for 1. Now Dindy's got to hope they don't have the damage. They do. Double kill for MP. And even though Dindy got a killing spree there, that just means more gold going the way of MVP when he was brought down. So pretty well played, I think. Their
team fight potential from NavI is escalating a lot faster than MVP would like it to, and that's why they're just trying to pressure so much on their own. They don't want to let NavI just have this kind of free reign. And now that they have the track available too, NavI are going to have to be much more careful.
QO, Nightmare. Febby's there, then throws out the Shuriken toss. QO's going to end up maybe dropping it. They find the right one. They can't! He's still alive! He's going to try to make a run for it. Now they're going to try to turn it. Saneko's tracked out. That's a track kill for Febby. So even though they bring down the Phantom Lancer and the Witch Doctor, they still are able to clean up on the side of NavI. It looked like MVP was going to make it away. That was at least one.
And also allow him to pressure towers simultaneously. And could see a bit of action here middle lane. Looks like MVP are not willing to let go of that tier 1.
Just picked up the blink on the axe as well for Rev, looking to show it off. They got Dichira. They're going to have to do it quickly. They have it. Sonic Wave. They do not. He's able to jump away.
No.
Oh, he comes back! And now they're going to try to bolt up QO in the mix. He's way out front, though. And as of now, there's that mech coming into play. Ferev left hanging out front. Does get the dunk off. And now trying to use that mobility to find some safety. Dubo's there healing him up. Not enough, though, as they end up going 2 for 2 thus far. Now they're going to try to turn it around. MP doing what he can from inside of the Sprout. Damage is there. There's a track on the General. MP blinks past him. Spirit Lance is going to be there in General. Another track on the Ditcheraw. MP turns it around. He's got two sprouted in. And now they're going to bring one down. Ditcheraw's turned on. He will be able to teleport away. But what a disaster for NavI. That Sprout, though. What happened, General?
And you're trying to run against track, it just really doesn't work out that well for you, as we just saw there. So a little bit unfortunate. NavI get kind of pulled into this team fight that they can't necessarily
relocate
win.
to top. Dubu, dead easy.
Yeah, he gone. And now that's the mech done, just like that on the bounty.
Q1's going to be careful here. He ran in and ran into a bunch of spirits. Tell you what, Zaneko's spirit play, his spirit game, man, with the IO, it's been on point. It's gotten him at least, I mean, the damage, yes, but it's gotten him at least 1, if not 2 kills from just spawning into this hero. Speaking of into hero spotted, Febby in trouble up here, and this is going to be a good one. QO able to jump himself to safety, at least for the moment. Febby's going to be caught with the Fiend's Grip to the south. Now they're going to try to focus the Phantom Lancer. No help's on the way, so it looks like they're just resigned to letting those two go. And just as it seemed like MVP was beginning to get the game back under their control, guard out and potentially maybe just waiting on the diffuser, we could see a smoke down to the south. But did they just at some point just get all their guns together and march down a lane?
Oh,
no! Whipped on Art Style. They should be able to get him in. No! Relocate is there. Shackles and the focus fire doing the work. Right now, Dubu's zoning them out just enough. Ferev's hanging around, but he's going to be nightmared. It's going to be juggled off of him. And he's going to be caught with the shackles once again. Not the shackles, but the searing chains. And NavI take what should have been a very easy support kill for MVP. MVP does seem to be getting back to playing aggressive, just the way they're running across the map now.
For the kill.
Indy hits the shackles.
What was that?
Okie doke.
All right, that's a back.
Back ban, please. They're going to try to counter-punch now. General's going to be caught for Revs there. Got 2. Saneko just completely cold to pieces. Dubu caught with the Fiend's Grip from behind. General going to try to catch himself in. Heard him Sonic Wave in the meantime, and Ferev can't get in. Did get off the call at the very last second. That's going to make it a double kill, a double dunkaroo for Ferev. And that's good. I didn't see how many of those were tracked.
Having the pipe out on the field, having the bounty be more durable, that you have to use more spells on him to kill, all that stuff matters a ton.
Trying to relocate on the Febby, crossed over a Sentry Ward, and now Ferev! Great call. They're going to try to turn it around, but they're split up right now. Caught out from behind was Febby, now MP, trying to re-engage. That was an excellent call by Ferev, but he was so far ahead of his team they couldn't convert it. Now they're going to try to chase this down. QO does have the defusal, going to work, and it's showing its work. And now MP caught out with the Fiend's Grip, doesn't matter, cancel. We're going to see the Ember Spirit go ahead and bail. It's a 2 for 2 thus far. Saneko has to make a run for it as well. Ditcheraw had the Spirit previously placed for safety's sake.
So the longer this game goes, the more opportunities they're giving MVP to bring their way back into the game with the track gold, with having the late game and the Phantom Lancer. We're going to see a grip here mid.
Rev spinning like crazy. MP's there, and Dindy may end up sacrificing himself, and he will. BKB freshly bought immediately brought down. So that's a 10-second charge they just spent to trade 2 for 1. Mjolnir up on 2 of the heroes on top of Sleight of Fist for the Ember Spirit. So shoring up that weakness, getting the BKB out on Dindy as opposed to going straight to the Mjolnir, I think is the right call as well. Allows him to play a little bit more aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, how about we just catch Dindy out?
Nightmare!
Nightmare plus relocate. And that, I don't know it's going to save everyone else, but it certainly kept Dindy up and standing for a bit. There's the Glimmer Cape, showed off to keep Art Style alive. Now they may try to turn. Ooh, that was so close, but Ditcheraw showing off his damage potentials. He's got a crit stick up. Now they're going to try to turn it. Art Style caught out in the river. He's being focused down. Up on the high ground, damage being done as well. Ditcheraw brought down 2. And QO showing his punching power for the first time all game. Really bringing it together, what you had talked about. Even though he doesn't have the heart, just having up the Reaver alone makes him feel so difficult to cope.
That's where the Ember becomes strong.
But they just pinged out QO.
Yeah.
They know which one's the real one.
He's trying to get the heck out of here.
And Art Style picks the right one. Relocate's coming in. This is a huge kill for them to find. And the response is there just a little late, and probably the best call for Rev and MP can make, just backing out. Now NavI going to try to convert this. Rev's going to go in and get off the call, though. Has the blade mail. There's going to be the scream. Let's see if they can follow it. Artstyle's very tanky. Sonic Wave did catch two. Dindy as well as Artstyle, but MP's going to end up, oh, no, never mind, able to make it away. Another call on the General now. They'll be right there with him, turning it around. Dindy's trying to get involved. They're so damn tanky, Draskell. Yura caught and Hex him behind. The damage is the question. They got it in spades. They've got it with the Death Ward. Rev not able to get the call that time, but it's a 2-for-1. And yes, they gave up the PL, but they also gave up the Ember. And once again, those track kills coming into play. Just the important. He has this weird mix kind of a build where he's not really damaged, but he's also not, just utility. He's a little bit of both. Here we go. Rev pops the BKB, and immediately we see one exit. Rev miss it. No, he did get Artstyle with the call. He will be sprouted in. Let's see how they want to engage this. NavI has to be very careful. This could be the game. QO going to try to turn this around. Goes right on the ditch Rob. Above that, there's Rev. Caught out with the Fiend's Grip. Doesn't matter, though. General trying to right-click down the axe. Behind it, though, the battle continues to rage. Shaneko's going to be caught out. Dindy has to skirt along the edge as he's unable to get himself back into the fight. General up at the top ridge line makes it a double kill for QO as he drops. It's a 3-for-1 thus far, and looks like it'll probably stay that way as everyone else had to get out.
When you're up against this late game Phantom Lancer with the bounty, with the rest of the MVP lineup, it's just a very difficult game.
Shaneko just bought back and he just died back. He's out and down for the count. Sleight of Fist is doing some good work. Let's see if it's going to be enough. QO engages right on the Ditcheraw. That Basher doing work as it slowed him down. And now he's on top of Dindy. Here comes MP. Hex used. Glimmer Cake's there to buy some time. Sonic Wave will do its job, though, and there's going to be Dindy down. And now they're farming them up in their own fountain. Absolute absurdity, and they're going to end up feeding quite a lot away because of it. Buybacks out of 3 for NavI and MVP.
That was not great.
No. It looked like they were just going to put a cherry on top, and instead NavI licked the whipped cream. As Febby now was spotted out, but he actually is able to save himself using the Greaves. Nope, they got him. Power shot it down. What just happened, Draskell?
That was MVP showing a bit of hubris. Something that we don't pressure off of themselves for a little while. That's really the biggest thing, is they need to try to control lanes. They will chase QO here.
See if they want to engage. They do. General's going to come right in. QO doing work. There's a Sonic Wave. The Aegis should have about 60 seconds left on it. Shackle is on point, but do they have the damage to do anything about it for now? BKB is going to be deployed by Dindy. QO splits up, and now being focus fired, he is going to end up dropping. The Aegis still up on the Ember Spirit. This looks like this should be a pretty heavy win for NavI if they could just continue to close it out. MVP left to run, and Rev was nowhere near there. Dindy now will be relocated. Beautiful play as MP now becomes the target. QO back up and into the fray. But ultimately, that feels like that's a win. Well, I don't know, NavI.
They forced the PL to buy back. It's definitely a win.
But
on him.
Not your side of the map there, Artstyle. But okay, we're at 51 minutes now.
Yep.
I want you, if you can. Oh, hang on. How about we just figure it out on our own? We're going to see General brought down, relocates there, but Dindy doing what damage he can. And the BKB from MP is going to be enough to get him back to safety. Rev still right on top of Dindy down in the jungle. Dindy doesn't make it to the other side of the trees, but the relocate is there once again. Yura, in the meantime, able to clean up the Queen of Pain over on the other side of the trees. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 Quap traded for the Nature's Prophet.
Worlds, because then they can use relocate to save. We've been seeing Shaneko make use of that time after time. Somebody gets blink called, they relocate save. Oh, Dindy. There's a Hex. There's a Hex on the bounty. He's in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, he missed the call. BKB's going to be used now, and now the relocate in. Rev leading the way, doing a lot of damage. That blade work just doing work. And that's going to be a double dunk. 100+ seconds down for 2 of the biggest cores on the map. And NavI, just like that, find themselves down 4.
They don't want to spend buybacks here. They will probably end up losing this Rax. Okay, now they're going to buy back, but it's a little bit late now.
Yep, they've already lost 1 set of Rax, so there's QO going to be Hex. Do they have any damage? Febby caught out with that. There's going to be The Grief's through it. Now General's forced to BKB. Sonic Wave doesn't do much of anything, but MVP just swarming them, forcing the relocate to get one out of the battle. QO down to half health. Dituraw doing what he can. Seneko, oh, he missed the dunk. He missed the dunk on Seneko. Seneko has to run and might make it back in the meantime, though. QO very low. Are they going to be able to finish him off? They will, but oh my goodness. Dubu on point and able to bring down the remainder of NavI. The buybacks are done, and so is NavI as MVP.
MVP. I think teams really have to work